Oops, I hit a button. Anyway, I have started this show, and now it's my turn to talk. Everyone, please be quiet as I introduce my guest to the show. He's a charming young man. Actually, I met him a couple of times, and I'm kind of fond of him now. He seems like he's doing all right in life, and it's an honor to have him on the show. Welcome, Jaden. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Sam?
What's up,
It's
dude? How's life? How's things
not
treating you?
bad.
You got your
It,
little trick or treat Elmo hat on. You're ready to go.
yep, it's going good, how about you, man?
I'm all right. I'm feeling good.
Rocking. How's New Hampshire? You guys got
Uh,
snow or anything going?
yeah, dog. We got snow. We got homeless people. We got everything you want and desire as an American city.
Oh man, Florida beat you in that homeless man count. You already.
hmm That's a fact. There are a lot of
Yep.
homeless people in Florida. I'll never forget
Oh my
this.
God,
The
there's
first
so many.
first few times I ever came down, I was mystified at how many people would actually stand next to a gas station door and just wait for you to come out. Just wait.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
like,
they did
oh,
it.
hey, can I have this? Can I have
They
this?
send it like Sims. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like Sims.
It's it's a simulator
Yeah,
to glitch.
exactly.
We have. I mean, they're at every single intersection we go to here.
I
It's
know,
horrible.
I know. I wonder how many shelters they must have down there.
Oh man, tons. There's
Yeah,
so many Salvation Armies around.
that
It's
sucks.
insane. Yeah.
Well, it's Friday night, everybody. My second podcast of the evening. I hope I can make it through. I'm willing to try, but it'll be Monday by the time you listen. So everyone, welcome to the show. And our topics today are kind of spontaneous. Usually when I have a new person on, I like to figure it out, like what their view of. I always ask everybody this, but what is their personal view of self success? And I was going to ask you that same question because ever since I've known you, you seem like a very positive and happy guy, and I admire that in people. So
Absolutely.
what exactly do you think is part of your success?
Well, let's see. First of all, just, being happy in your own self. I mean, it's important. It's important to have a positive image of yourself, of course, and always have goals in mind.
What's that like?
And what's that like? Well, I can help you with that. That's my podcast.
I'm gonna
No.
need you to write some things down for me.
Yeah, a whole tutorial.
Oh,
Let's see.
tutorial, yeah, that's funny. No, it's interesting, bro. It's a rarity that I meet people who are so happy and kind of have their life together. You don't meet too many people who are like around 18 who have things together.
Yeah.
You know.
Especially this generation. I mean, I can see it at my own work and stuff. People, you can't ask kids anymore what they want to do with their lives because the answer is I don't know. It's a simple answer anymore. It's
I don't know.
sad.
I'm just waiting for it to be given to me. That's what I'm waiting for. But no, it's interesting, bro. I like I like when I meet people like that because it helps me to continue on to try to be positive because there are a lot of things in this life that could go badly. But
Oh, absolutely. I mean, surrounding yourself with the type of people who you surround yourself with nice types of people, and it'll give you good goals for the future.
100%. So we watched World War Z the other day.
Oh,
And
yes.
if you haven't seen the movie, to preface this, I'm not a big fan of change as we've discussed in the last show, but what I thought was interesting is that I didn't think I was going to be able to actually get into it, but I actually really got into the movie.
Yeah.
And probably one of the worst endings I've ever actually seen in a movie, and that's like so disappointing, and it ruined the entire thing for me. I don't know if you feel the same way, but it was just like,
I
okay, well,
I
I'm done with
agree.
this.
They could have been so much better. I agree. I could have shown a lot more, but
Yeah.
you know. But it was an interesting movie. It's a lot more different than those other horror movies you see.
You don't really see Brad Pitt acting in too many of those films.
Oh no.
He's usually doing like Quentin Tarantino films and stuff like that. But mm. no, it's interesting to see like how much talent these guys really do have. Like, can you
Uh,
imagine being a movie star like at all?
I couldn't. I mean, the amount of nerves you have to get up there. I mean, I guess you'll get used to it the more because it's your job. Like anybody else has a job, they get used to it.
100%. Absolutely. Yeah. And what about you? Did you have like I know you have work now and everything like that, but what would be your dream job if you had to pick one?
Oh, you mean like I could pick anything as a dream job?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. I think working with like special planes, like futuristic, like maybe SpaceX stuff like that would be really neat.
Sweet. They're
Yeah,
finding out a lot about that. They're finding a lot of
yeah.
certain aircrafts that may not be from this planet.
Oh, we're talking about Roswell, New Mexico, or
Yeah, no, it's funny. I see pictures of this stuff. I'm like, just like, what is going on here?
I don't know what Photoshop, who got
check
Photoshop, what kid.
check out this aircraft. That's a cloud, sir.
Yeah. Uh, I don't know who let you have Photoshop, sir.
I was just talking to my
Oh, man.
friends, like, and they tried to edit this picture, and it looked like when Michael tried to edit the Photoshop of all the people in the office.
Oh man, or when he tried to crop him himself in the photo of him on a ski trip.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that was the
Wow.
best. I'm so sad they took that show off Netflix.
Yeah, I
Oh my
know,
gosh.
dude. I gotta tell you, I am excited for Outer Banks. I am
Oh,
excited for
absolutely.
that. That show is really, really interesting and
It
cool.
is. It's a big twist. I love it. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm not into all these new teeny Bob movies,
me
whatever. I sound
neither.
like a boomer, but that was actually really good. I
I
enjoyed
enjoyed
it.
it. Ah,
Yeah.
man. Like, my friend James told me about it. He was like, you got to watch this show. And I says, well, I don't really like watching new things or whatever, but I actually turned it on and watched the entire thing. It was
Yeah.
addicting.
I watched it in like 2 days.
It was
It was
so
pretty bad.
good. I'm so
Yeah.
pumped for season two.
Yep. Yep.
I can't like imagine what they're gonna do next.
Oh my God. Who's your favorite character? That's a big discussion about that around that show.
My favorite character,
Yeah.
um, probably probably the chick. Uh, the heck's her
The
name?
blonde or the dark-haired chick?
The dark haired chick, Key,
Oh, Kiki or
maybe.
oh my God, I can't remember her name.
I can't either. It's been so long since I watched the show.
I know. Mine would have to be JJ because it's just a big twist. Like in the beginning, he seems kind of like just a bratty kid, and he's kind of like a punk, and then it twists to you see his backstory of his life, and he kind of breaks
Right?
down, and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's so funny that that's where they chose to do the show for a location, but
Oh yeah,
it turned out to be perfect.
it did.
And I love that storyline. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh wow, yeah. He left us on a big cliffhanger. It's pretty
Yes. Oh
interesting.
my word. Absolutely.
Yes. I want to see what's gonna happen next, and
How do you feel about all these new like shows that are coming out? Like, especially with Star Wars and Disney Plus and stuff like that. There's so many series that are
there's
coming
so
out.
many. I don't even know if I can keep up. And to be honest, I don't. I think Disney's rushing a lot of them because the acting is not as good as the originals. Like the first season of Mandalorian was spot on, and then the second season towards the end, you could tell some of the acting was kind
Yeah,
of
like a
off.
lot of the scripts were just like not
Yeah,
they
it was
weren't
weird.
well written. Like, and I'm not saying the series is amazing. I love season two. I love the finale, all of it, and I'm a fan.
Absolutely, agreed.
But there's just some lines that come out where you're just like,
Is that Star
did
Wars?
he really need to say that?
Yeah, exactly. Like they almost make the viewers seem dumb. Like they had to explain every little thing and
I
all the
know.
little sassy one-liners, and it's kind of like,
Yeah, right.
it's like, oh man.
I'm excited. The only reason, like, honestly, everything else outweighs it for me. I'm excited to see the gaps filled in that we're always wondered about. You know,
Yep.
there is talks of Mace Windu being alive and coming back, all over the place. I love that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, it's interesting. All these little twists that come into this series that, as me growing up watching Star Wars, I get to see these all come together.
That's the
It's gonna
whole
be pretty
thing,
interesting.
bro. And, like,
Yeah.
I think about it, I was watching Star Wars in the 90s, you know. This is 99, Jack, that I saw the first one. And, ever since then, I've been a fan. I've
Oh
just
yeah.
been a huge fan.
It's great. I mean, it's amazing. I love it. Ever since I was little playing with the Lego Star Wars video games on Wii or all those little things and
The
growing up with that,
Lego
man.
the Lego Star Wars games, me and my friend would play that for hours.
Those were the hands down best Lego games ever. It was
Absolutely.
so fun.
Oh
Oh
my word. And
my
we
God.
like just like how to build this one thing, and then you get triggered, and then we'd go out and skate for a little while, then come back in and try again.
Yep.
It was
Eating the
just like,
Totino's pizza rolls at
oh,
7 at
please,
night.
absolutely. I used to walk home with a 2 liter of Mountain Dew in my pants because my mother never wanted me to have it. She was like, "Don't drink that stuff," and I would sneak
Oh
it in my
man.
pants. God, we were,
Oh
oh
man.
my word, we were derelicts. We were terrible kids. Like, we loved everybody, but we did so many stupid things. Like, one time in my neighborhood, it's not valedictorians by any means. Okay. So my friend would come over and we would sit there and we would go and buy what's called wolf packs. And if you know anything about wolf packs, they're like little caps, but they come in little boxes. And so you could buy like a pack of 100 or something like that for $6 or whatever it was. And what we would do is we would take thousands of these things and wait for oncoming cars to go by my house and just throw them all on the ground at once. So it was just like bang! And this one
It's
guy actually screeched past my mailbox. We sprinted behind the trees and we were looking out like behind a bush or whatever. And he's like looking at his car,
I think it's a tire
trying to
popped or
figure
something.
out what tire it was that popped.
Oh my
He's looking
God, that's
around.
the best.
He's like, what's going on with my car?
That's the best as a kid.
So great.
Oh man, good memories, man. Those were
And
the good old
I
days.
remember when my mother came outside, she was like, "Do you need help with something? What are you doing outside my driveway?"
And you're just giggling knowing what you
Oh,
did.
I'm howling. I'm howling behind the bush.
Oh
But
man.
anyway, did you ever do anything stupid when you were younger?
Oh man, many things. I mean, countless. I mean, let's see if I can come
What's
up with a
one you
story.
could talk about?
Oh man. Let's see. One time when I was a kid, I loved the BB guns. I don't know why. Those
Yeah.
were those were fun. You could go out backyard and shoot cans and stuff. I mean, that was a good time. So one time, my dad walked away and I was using it myself and I was shooting this little can and I decided, let me shoot it from the other direction. I want to shoot the other side of it, not knowing that my mom and dad's glass sliding door was right behind it, not thinking as a 10-year-old and go ahead and take a shot and shattered the entire thing. I mean,
That's Florida for you.
I mean, your brain just doesn't process things
No,
at
no,
that
no.
age.
Oh my word, please. I did that.
Oh
My
man.
father had a mirror from like my 1973, and I had a BB gun at Dad's house, and I was good at shooting. But every once in a while, the range on the gun would just be terrible. And so one day, I'm tired of shooting cans in the trees. I decide to go into the garage and shoot. And I absolutely destroyed his mirror from like 1973 that he saved for years and years and years. The thing was shattered, just cracked everywhere. It was bad.
A memento you can't get
He was
back.
mad at me forever. Oh my word. I did so many things to him. I tortured this man. I tipped over his motorcycle one time when I was 6. I smashed one of the glasses that like you could have. You know how if you go into a pool, there's like a glass wall with all these like it's meant to look like tile, but it's see through.
Hmm.
He had
Yep.
like one of the thickest ones. They don't even make them anymore, and I smashed one of them.
Oh my
I
gosh.
did. Oh my word, I was a horrible kid.
You're a horror child.
Yeah, not on purpose,
Oh
but
man. Yeah, I'm just being kids. It happens.
it's crazy. Are you excited to? Because you're kind of getting into more adulthood now. What's going on with you? I know that we've talked previously, like you're gonna take
Oh yeah.
classes soon and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's getting exciting. I can't wait to actually get out and do something that I know will be part of my future. I mean, I can't wait. I'm starting a aircraft mechanic school in August.
Nice.
That should be really awesome. I can't wait to start. That's exciting. I've always loved aircrafts and getting into those airport atmospheres,
That would be fun. It'd be a
be
good
absolutely
time.
amazing. Oh yeah.
Are
What about
you
you?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what about you? What do you have in the plans?
Me, dog. Oh well, I'm at I'm kind of at a crossroads right now. You know, my grandmother just passed away.
Oh man.
Probably Christmas Eve she passed away. Um,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
and so I've been living in this house. It was her house for the last 6 years. Um, I don't really know what's gonna happen at this point. You know, we'll see.
Hmm.
I'm hoping that I can stay and that Dad decides to make it like a two family or something like that. And if not, I'll have to find another place. But I'm still gonna work at UPS. You know, it's benefited me in the sense that I'm able to take vacations when I would like to take vacations, and
Hmm.
this year I'll have 4 weeks paid because I've been there for so long.
Wow,
And you
that's
don't
really good.
that like you don't normally see that.
Yeah.
Like I could
Oh
take it.
wow.
I could take a whole month off if I want to,
And paid.
and paid
Wow, that's really good. How long you been at UPS?
5 years.
5 years. Wow. I think my next door neighbor actually flies for them.
Oh
I
really? He
believe.
flies the planes?
Yep, flies the planes and delivers. He actually went to Spain and flew for them.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
It's insane, man. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
No, I love UPS, and I'm doing DoorDash as well. I think I told you that.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it's tremendous for me because I like being by myself for once. You know,
Yeah.
I worked
I'm,
for so many people for so long. It's just nice to relax.
oh yeah, I agree. I know I had the same experience. I used to work at Auntie Anne's in Outlet Mall, and you have contact with people all the time, and it gets tiring because not only do you have to constantly entertain people, but also the fact that people these nowadays are not nice. They're rude to customers, and it wears on you
Yeah,
for sure.
it's like don't mess with me and I won't mess with you type of stuff,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
no
sad.
longer enjoyable. Yeah. There's customer service, yes, but there's no like customers that are nice to service, so it's like it doesn't go
Right.
hand in hand.
It's such a contrast. You know, when I was younger, I worked at this deli, and I started working there when it was about your age. It was probably 17, maybe 18.
Hello?
Hello. Anyway, oh boy, I'm gonna get in trouble here. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I used to work at this deli years ago, and what the relationships that I had with um, my customers were so much different. You know, it was not about having to be forcefully in contact with these people. We actually enjoyed each other's company. You know, we had a lot of good times, and I got to work with some pretty amazing people, and I got to learn a skill that most people don't get to learn. And just by working in that deli, you know, I learned a lot. I learned how to tolerate people. I learned how to deal with them, and yeah, I learned to love my work.
Oh yeah.
and and you know, there's certain jobs that are just horrible. Like I went to Burger King the other day to pick up some food. I would
Uh-huh.
never want to be in the food industry.
Oh no, it's horrible.
Can you imagine? Like, and can you imagine doing it in Florida or someplace that's actually busy?
It is the worst. I'm telling you right now. It's absolutely horrible because people are so picky and it's their food that they're waiting for and everything has to be right.
And they're
It's
so
horrible.
triggered by the end of it.
Yep.
Just like,
Yep. If it's not perfect,
what?
it's horrible. People go crazy.
What is your favorite place to eat down there? Because I know there's a go-to place for me when I get down there. What is your go-to place when you travel?
Oh man. Let's see. Are we talking about like fast food or just food in general anywhere?
Anything.
Oh man. Let's see. Well, really, frankly, anything that has buffalo wings.
Like Buffalo Wild
Honestly,
Wings?
like Buffalo Wild Wings is really good.
I do
I love
like
me
their
some.
food.
You get some onion rings and some buffalo wings and
I never liked
just
onion
shout out.
rings.
Really?
I never could do it. I don't know. I like onions on salads, but other than that, I just can't do it.
I love them, man. You get some nice some dipping sauce with it, like some like something mayonnaise, like Chipotle mayonnaise, and just dip it in there. It's delicious.
Chipotle mayo's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I love that stuff.
yeah, dude. When I get down there, so we got a house in Port Orange, which is right near Daytona Beach,
Oh,
and right near like 1 block away from the house is a Culver's. And buddy, if you are from New England and you come down and you eat Culver's, you'll never want to eat a McDonald's again. It's just one of those places.
dude, it's so funny. As my second choice is gonna be Culver's.
Yes,
I love their chicken sandwiches, and oh my gosh,
please.
it's
Their
just so good.
their beef pot roast sandwich. You ever had that?
I have not.
Oh, it's stacked, bro. I love that thing. I wish I. We gotta stop talking about food.
No, yeah, we have to stop. I got a bunch of new groceries today, and I can't go chow down at this time of night.
How's your dad's health?
He's doing fine,
Is
man.
he?
He has asthma, and it didn't affect him at all.
It's so weird,
Surprisingly,
man. Yeah,
yeah. And the weird thing is we all got tested, and my uh my dad and sister came back positive, me and my mom negative. So
it's
I don't
weird.
understand. It's weird.
It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
I wanna, I wanna do it in general. I just want to see what it's like and what the process
Hmm.
is and stuff like that, and just to see if it's, uh, if I'm able to not get it or whatever it may be. But
Yeah.
it's just so interesting to think that nobody really knows anything about this
No.
and how it attacks certain people in certain circumstances. There's so many what ifs when it comes to this thing.
Yeah. My dad put it pretty much perfectly when he said that it brings out any underlying illnesses that you have
Right.
because he has problems with his like back and joints and stuff, and it seemed to like mess with his joints, and he became really sore in certain parts. Like that's what he's had trouble with his whole life. So like
Right.
we said, like most of the underlying injuries that you already have, those the virus basically brings those to the forefront.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Now I'm hoping that we can get past this soon.
Oh yeah.
I'm so
I don't
sick of
like
it.
this. It's I don't want this to be the normal. This is boring.
I know. And the thing is that people are gonna refer to it as the new normal,
Yeah.
and it's like I can't accept that. I can't accept
Nope.
that. That's not what I do. Especially me who doesn't sit at home all day long. I go out and I do things.
Yep.
This has been kind of rough. I mean, the podcast has helped obviously, but I'm excited to you know go forward with some plans that I've had previously.
Hmm.
Did you have anything planned that you wanted to do before this happened?
Well, I had never been to Europe before. Me and my family had planned a huge trip to go to Europe, and that got canceled.
I was supposed to go to Europe.
And I was really excited for that, man. I've never been over that across the pond.
I've never been out of the country. It would be awesome to do that. I would love to travel, do something
Oh
like
yeah.
that. I always wondered, like as a performer, like how it is performing on stages that are in different countries because I've been performing. It's nearly 15 years that I've been doing my thing, and I just wanted to see like the contrasts and different eccentricities of what it's like to go to different countries and perform. I think that would be
Oh yeah.
really cool.
It'd be interesting for sure. The different climax and everything of the different people. I mean, it'd be weird.
Yeah, 100%,
Oh wow. Yeah.
100%. So, are you gonna stay in Florida?
I think so for the time being, at least for the next 2 years or so.
Yeah.
I'd, Till I finish my schooling and see where they send me pretty much.
Oh, they're gonna send you somewhere.
Well, basically they give me options of where I want to go. I have job seminars. They come to me and I pick what I like, and most of them are out of country in either California or the Carolinas. So
Wow.
I have to see.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, one thing we were gonna talk about today. You made a comment to me the other day that I actually kind of, I kind of, I don't remember what like I exactly said. I have to go back in my research here. But you texted me out of the blue. This is why I thought it was hilarious. Jaden texts me. He goes, "Looks like we might actually get the good old Kanye back." That's what he said to me. I told him good luck.
Well, you never know. I mean, he's kind of off his rocker, but at the same time, I mean, the whole Kim Kardashian thing.
Dog, listen. There's something about those women. They destroy people. When's the last time
Yep.
you heard about Chris Humphries? When's the last time you heard about Lamar Odom? None of those
Hmm.
guys have come back from this.
Nope.
It's horrible.
It is.
You know,
They're
I
destructive.
I, I don't know if Kanye comes back. It's gonna take a long time for him to get back into people's hearts because he has messed up royally.
He has. Yep.
You know.
I mean, just look what's happened, man. I mean, oh, I mean, these girls are just destroying these boys, like you said. I can understand, like all these rappers or these NBA stars that are running to them, and then suddenly they just drop off the edge. I mean,
Right.
enters so much drama into their lives.
Right. Now
I
I'm.
mean,
If he does come back, more power to him. I hope that he does continue to make music because really he has some amazing jams
oh, he really does. I mean, he had some bangers.
for sure.
Dude, old Kanye was legendary,
He was
man. I mean,
great. He was great. Now, what attracts you to a song as a person? Like, we listen to music in your car, and you have quite the variety. Like, is it the beat? Is it what they're saying?
I listen to a song, and if it's a banger, it's a banger. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, but
What?
I'll be listening to a song, and I mean, if it sounds good, if it has a good vibe, and I really think about what my friends want to listen to too. I mean, that's what I add to my playlist. My friends want to listen to a song. We have a certain vibe we're doing. If we're going out to the beach, I have a playlist for that. If we're
Nice.
hanging out, vibing, having a song playlist for that. I mean,
That's usually what I do too. That's funny that you say that because I used to do the same thing. Like I would go to the beach and there would always be these handful of songs that would come on, and I'm like, man, yeah, I this is what reminds me of this place.
yep,
So the song will come on. I'm like, oh yeah, we used to ride down the roads in York Beach, Maine, to these songs or whatever it may be.
yeah,
You know,
I, yep. I have kind of the same vibes
yeah,
as that.
100%. I'm
Yeah,
ready to.
agree.
I'm ready to go snowboarding though. I can tell you that right now. Are you ready to come up?
I'm absolutely ready. I just got back from North Carolina like 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Woo. And we went snowboarding up in Beach Mountain, and that
Really?
was my second time ever snowboarding, and I love it, man. Dude,
It's
I went
fun, right?
down the biggest hill I could find and tried my best, and that stuff is adrenaline rush. I love it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's one of my favorite sports, hands down.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I. It's kind of. I was in the last podcast. I was telling my friend. I was like, I can't believe that I'm about to go snowboarding or whatever, and I. It's been so long.
Hmm.
You know, I started skiing in 1997, and it completely flipped the script for me, and I loved it too. But now it's like I have more of a chance to get hurt these days.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, I'm gonna hit a tree and end up like Sonny Bono, and only I'll be alive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I end up like paralyzed in a wheelchair or
Oh
something.
my word, someone's gonna have to feed me. I'm gonna have a nurse it here like 24 hours a day. Sam, you're spitting
Early
up on yourself again. Yes, I know
10-second Tom. Hey, how you doing? Hi,
that.
my name's Tom. Hi, my name's Tom. Oh man.
Yeah.
I can't when I went snowboarding, I can't the plethora of people that just didn't know how to snowboard when I was there. Like there was so many people that said that was their first time. It was
Hmm.
surprising to me because I didn't know how many people have not been snowboarding before. I mean, I know it was only my second time, but I mean, there was so every person I talked to was like, "Oh, this is my first time. This is my first time," and they look
Yeah.
like they've snowboarded 100 times. So
Yeah.
I was confused.
No, I know. It takes a lot of focus and a lot of time to really get the hang of it. Especially for like if you've never done it before, but
Mm.
that's crazy. Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
I like snowboarding and I always like the meals after.
Oh yeah, the cafeteria. It's one of my favorite spots. Get
It's
all warm and
like,
cozy.
well, the good thing is about New England is we have so many restaurants near the mountains anyway. So
Oh, okay.
we could just go to and it's not even necessarily has to be a chain. It can be whatever you want.
Oh yeah.
They have some really really cool places. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so and then
Whew.
the best part about that, like when I didn't have to drive to the mountains, is when my mom would drive home and I could just food coma pass out in the back of the car the whole
Oh
ride
yeah.
home.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
the best. And wake up refreshed and oh yeah.
hundred
That
percent.
was the best.
I
I
would
mean,
like get
go
home so tired, and like my mom's like, "You need to brush your teeth," and I would just pass out on the like. There's no such thing as brushing my teeth tonight, lady. I hate to tell you.
no, not happening. Not happening tonight. You know what's actually crazy is when we were in North Carolina and we went snowboarding. I mean, we drove up that mountain in a two-wheel drive Malibu, Chevy Malibu, and it had snowed like 2 days before. And luckily they had iced the roads and stuff because we,
Ice the
we
roads.
yeah, oh, like we were contemplating multiple times. We almost bought snow chains from somebody because we were afraid to go up in that thing. I mean, my dad had a total of 4 hours of driving experience. He had never driven. We've lived here our whole life in Florida, so
Right.
that was an experience in itself.
Yeah. It's so funny the contrast because it's like people up here they'll go out in a blizzard and drive with bald tires. Like, yeah, we're fine. We know how to drive in the snow. Every everyone down south's like, ah.
They're the ones that cause the
Yeah,
accidents.
right. You guys actually got snow not too long ago, didn't you?
Where?
Down in Florida, didn't you have like a little bit that came down last year?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't. I mean, I believe we would have heard about it, so I don't know if that's true, but
hmm.
maybe. I know we've had it before up north a little bit.
I'll have to do some research
Absolutely.
and get back to you, but that's what I heard.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's possibility it's happened before, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Have you been playing any video games?
Uh, yeah, absolutely. Um, well, me and my, Jesse, of course.
Who?
That's your Florida boy.
Yeah, man,
Um,
we go way
we we've
back.
been we've dove into Destiny 2 pretty hard. That
What
game's
is it
pretty fun.
about that game that everyone loves? I
Hey,
don't
dude, it's awesome.
understand.
It's
Why?
pretty First of all, it's free to download. The basic
Okay,
game
yeah,
is free to download,
I get that.
and it's great content. You can play with all your friends. I mean, it's pretty easy to play with all your friends. It's like cross-platform, and then um,
Does it have a storyline?
it does. It's a big campaign that you get to play. It's all about like basically the human civilization has come to like a screeching halt, and there's one last city left on the earth, and basically have to fight the invaders that came and took over the planet. And new species, like new aliens, basically come in and keep attacking, and the other species that invaded. It's really, you have to play it to understand it. It
It's
takes a while.
insane. I love those though.
Yeah.
I like the story mode in games is what gets me. Like I'm excited to see stuff like that. You know.
Oh yeah. It's interesting it's even amazing the people that come up with this stuff. I'm like, how did you come up with
I
that?
know.
Like, I can't even imagine that in my dreams. It's insane.
Right. Like the new when Star Wars The Force Unleashed came out, that was so like it was amazing. It's just a different concept and the storylines were fantastic. But that was like
Oh
sort of
yeah.
the new age of gaming for me when stuff like that came out because the Xbox 360 was out. You know, it was back in that time where the uh, the stories were developing.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't just like a regular flat out you knew what was going to happen sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, those
Yeah.
games are fun.
They are absolutely, and they're coming out with a lot more of them, so I'm getting excited. So
What do you think about these new consoles like the PS5 and the Xbox One X or something like that? I think is that what it's called?
yeah, Xbox, you have the Xbox X, One X, yep. All these new consoles, man. I mean, if you have the PS5, I mean, you hook up with all your friends. That's a huge vibe right there. I mean, you're hanging out with
Yeah,
all your buddies. They all have the PS5. You all hop on. I mean, it's all about peers. If your peers have them, then you get them. And basically, your friends have a PS5, you get PS5. Friends have an Xbox, you have an Xbox.
right.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I personally like the PS5 better, like most everybody, if you can't tell,
Really?
because
What?
I mean the shortages, man. I mean, look at the shortages. Like nobody, you can't find the PS5
That's
anywhere. I
true.
mean. My friends have been pre-ordering them, and it's
Still
taken
haven't
months
gotten
to
it.
get there. Yep, it's
Wow,
insane.
that's gnarly. Yeah, it was always crazy. Like the consoles that would come out, I never could afford any of them.
Oh no, they're expensive.
Oh my word, it's horrible. It's like buying a car. It's like, oh, you want this Xbox? Well, you're gonna have to
Six
give
hundred
up your
bucks.
salary. Sorry.
Yep, it's a
That's
month's pay for me.
yeah, pretty much, dog. Pretty
It's
much.
pretty bad.
It
Yeah.
is interesting though to see like how far things have come with graphics and stuff like that. It's so real.
Oh yeah, it's insane. I remember playing as a kid on the Wii and the big box TV like that you had that, and the TVs are slim, and you're playing on a PS5, and the
Right.
graphics are just amazing. It's
I had, believe it or not, I had the first PlayStation. Okay,
oh wow.
first PlayStation ever made, and not the actual first one, but the first generation.
Hmm.
And I had this game called NFL Blitz 2000.
Oh my God. I believe I've seen that before.
It was the funnest and funniest game to ever play on a console. When I tell you, I was like, if I was a stoner, that's what I would do, and like just watch and laugh the entire time. It's so freaking funny. Just to like hear all the noises and all the graphics, it's just completely trash, but it was so much fun, and it was like just hilarious to watch. Just like the sounds that somebody would make when you got a touchdown and somebody would like gallop, you'd hear it like a horse galloping. Like someone would do a touchdown dance, and it's a lag. It was so off, but it was
Oh my
absolutely
gosh.
hilarious.
Yep, those are the first games for you. That's pretty awesome.
Oh my word, please! It's
Oh man. I
so
remember
funny.
playing on the my cousin's PSP, playing the
Oh
original
yeah,
Star
yeah,
Wars
yeah.
Battlefront.
The
That
original.
Yep. In that game, oh
Really?
my God, Chewbacca was like a brown blob. It was pretty funny. I remember going as a kid, and that was the best. That
Did you
was the,
play?
I
Is it
remember,
the second one or the first one?
I believe the first one.
Because the second one had all the characters in it.
I just knew it was a Wookiee. I mean, I was like 5 years old when I was playing this thing,
Oh,
so it was a
true.
while back.
Yeah. So the first Battlefront only had clones and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
The second one had all
Then it
the
probably would have been the
characters.
second that it probably would have been the second one
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second one you could fly. You could fly into space, like from the land map. In the second one, you had space missions, and then you had regular missions.
Hmm.
But in the first one,
Oh
you
man.
could fly up into space.
You know what Star Wars is missing? They're missing a good free roam game, like a free roam game. Like I'm talking about like not just you join a match and play a certain map. I'm talking about you're in a ship and you can fly to this planet and fight people, and you can just fly right from that planet to like an open map
That'd
like
be
most of
amazing.
these games.
That would be
That'd be
amazing.
absolutely awesome. A big multiplayer map. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be epic. Yeah.
That'd be pretty epic. Star
One
Wars
of the
enthusiasts go crazy.
one of the first advanced Star Wars games that I ever played was Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and that game was so interactive, and the storyline was actually fantastic.
Oh
And
wow.
they did extra missions and stuff like that, side points, but it was really one of the first interactive player versus player games that was had amazing graphics. They were just so decent.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh
believe it or
man.
not, I still have it, and I still have my old Xbox here too,
Oh my gosh.
like the first one.
That's ancient.
It
Probably
is
can't even
now.
plug that. You can't even plug that into a TV, I bet. Have
Well,
you tried it?
yeah, I can plug it into a TV.
You can. It still works.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh
every
wow.
TV has the three like audio, video, and input channels things. Like
Okay.
the little red, yellow, and white cables you can plug into the back of your TV.
Ah, yeah.
You know,
Oh man, that's the old stuff right there.
yeah, dog. I loved it.
Nowadays with the Xbox, it's just one plug-in and you're set up and ready to go.
I know, I
Oh
know.
my
I'm gonna
gosh.
have to get a new monitor pretty soon too. I'm only working off of one monitor right now. I went to Walmart today to like see if I could find a cable that to match this one, but I cannot find it anywhere. Either that or I have to go online. But
How
yeah,
old is your current monitor?
it's very old. It was actually handed down to me by someone who had it for like 20 years.
Oh my God.
No, it's pretty old though. It's pretty old.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
But
Ooh.
I have the monitor I'm watching right now is actually my first flat screen I ever had when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
And it went in my room at the trailer park. It's so funny to like go into my other room over here, and that's a flat screen, and this one is like compared to that.
Like Michael Scott's little flat screen TV.
Yeah, right. Check this out.
That was $200. It's like a microwave.
Oh my word,
Oh
that
my
thing was
God.
that episode is hilarious.
That is one of my favorite episodes.
There's something about that show. They're just like they will never be able to do it like that again.
No way. And the problem is you can't make shows like that anymore because people these days are
It's too
snowflakes.
offensive. It's
Yep.
too offensive.
And that's what Michael Scott or he said it
Steve
himself,
Carell.
Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Yep, Steve Carell. He said it himself. He's like, I can't do a rerun of that show because half the stuff would be bleeped out or canceled. It'd be like rated at MA today or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much, dog. That's such a problem these days. Everyone is so sensitive.
It's horrible. I can't even explain it. I can't even get into it. It's kind of annoying.
It's very annoying. But anyway, um, yeah, I want to end this on a positive note. We may be going through COVID. We may be going through a lot of things, but let's be thankful for the stuff that we have, such as like Zoom. That way we can, hang out as friends and with everybody and use these platforms to the best of our ability and
Absolutely.
try to enjoy the little things that we can do. Like my friend Jaden has graciously come on the show to hang out and chit chat with me about
Yep.
all random stuff.
Random stuff.
And sometimes that's the best medicine. So keep
Absolutely.
in touch with human beings. Keep in touch with positivity. And we're going to wrap this episode up. Thank you, my friend, for coming on the show. It
Absolutely.
was
Thank you.
great, and we will do this again, and we are wrapped.